Do you know when most people give up? It's not at the beginning. It's not even in the messy middle. It happens right before the breakthrough. It's the moment when the finish line is just over the horizon, hidden by fog. I knew a painter once. Let's call her Maya. Her studio was her world. It was a small, dusty room filled with the smell of turpentine and ambition. For years, she poured her soul onto canvas. She painted sunrises that felt real enough to warm your skin and portraits that held the secrets of their subjects. She sent her work to every gallery she could find. The rejections piled up. Not what we're looking for. Try again next year. Lacks commercial appeal. Each letter was a small paper cut on her confidence, and over time she was bleeding out hope. Her savings were gone. Her friends told her to be realistic, to get a real job. The day she decided to quit was a quiet one. There was no dramatic storm, just a heavy gray sky that matched her mood. She looked around the studio at the stacks of unsold paintings. They weren't just art anymore. They were monuments to her failure. Each one represented months of work, sacrificed weekends, and a belief that now felt foolish. She picked up a box and began to pack. The first canvas she wrapped was a stormy seascape, a powerful piece she had once been so proud of. Now, it just looked dark and chaotic. She felt a profound sense of relief mixed with a deep, aching sadness. It was the feeling of letting go. As she was taping up the third box, her phone rang. It was an unknown number. Usually she would ignore it, but something made her answer. A man with a soft voice introduced himself. He was the curator of a small independent gallery she had forgotten she had even contacted. He said he had just opened her submission. There was a long pause. Maya held her breath, expecting the familiar, gentle letdown. She braced for the impact. Her hand was literally on a roll of packing tape, ready to seal away her dreams for good. She was already living in the future, the one where she had a normal job and painted only on Sundays. The man spoke again.
I've never seen anything like it, he said, his voice filled with genuine awe. The piece with the storm at sea, it's magnificent. I want to feature it in our upcoming exhibition.
In that single moment, the entire reality of her world shifted. The gray sky outside didn't change, but the light inside her came flooding back. She was not packing up a failure. She was standing in the studio of a featured artist. She was one phone call away from quitting. One. That's how close you are. It's always closer than you think. The victory and the surrender are neighbors. You just have to knock on the right door. Your biggest battle is not in the gym, the office, or the field. It's in the 6 inches between your ears. Your mind is a weapon. But if you don't know how to use it, it can be turned against you. A mindset shift is not about thinking positive. That's weak. It's about strategic thinking. It's about reframing the mission. When you hit a wall, you're trained to see it as a dead end. That's a flaw in your programming. You need to reprogram yourself to see that wall as a data point. It's information. It's telling you that your current approach is ineffective. It is not telling you that your goal is impossible. You have to learn to separate emotion from intelligence. When you face a setback, your emotions will scream failure, disappointment, and fear. That's noise. Your intelligence needs to cut through that noise. It needs to analyze the situation with cold, hard logic. What went wrong? What variables can I change? What is the next logical move? Perfection is a trap. It is the enemy of progress. It is a beautiful, elaborate cage that keeps you from ever taking the first step. You wait for the perfect plan. You wait for the perfect moment. You wait for the perfect skills. But honestly, the perfect moment never comes. While you are waiting and planning, the world is moving. Others are acting. They are making mistakes, yes, but they're also learning and advancing. You, in your quest for perfection, are standing still. You are frozen by an ideal that does not exist in the real world. The real world rewards action, not flawless theory. Action is the antidote to fear. Here is your second practical step. It's called the 5-minute rule. Whatever task you are avoiding because you are afraid it won't be perfect, set a timer for 5 minutes and just work on it. For only 5 minutes. Anyone can do something for 5 minutes. Often what you will find is that starting was the hardest part. After 5 minutes, you will have momentum. You may even want to keep going. Resilience is not about never falling down. It is about how quickly you get back up. It's a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Every time you face a setback and choose to continue, you are doing a rep. You are strengthening your ability to endure. The key to bouncing back is to control your recovery time. When you get knocked down, you are allowed to feel the impact. You can be angry, you can be disappointed. Give yourself a moment. Acknowledge the pain. But you must put a strict time limit on it. You can give yourself 10 minutes to feel sorry for yourself. You can give yourself an hour. But then, the time is up. The pity party is over. It is time to stand up, dust yourself off, and get back to the mission. Get a calendar. After any setback, a rejection, a mistake, a bad day, go to that calendar and put a big X on the next day. That X is a promise to yourself. It means, tomorrow, I start again. It doesn't matter what happened today. Tomorrow is a new operation. This simple act forces you to look forward, not backward. It is a physical declaration of your own resilience. You will get knocked down. That is a guarantee. But you will not be defeated until you choose to stay down. So remember the painter. Remember the lies your mind tells you when you're tired. The fight is won or lost right at the edge of quitting, and you are not here to quit. You are here to win.